In the grand library of BioFexry University, bathed in the soft glow of ambient light, a diverse assembly of settlers gathered. Aaron Sawyer, Neville Fallow, Dillon E.T, and Robert Additive surrounded a large table adorned with maps, blueprints, and linguistic scrolls. The air crackled with urgency as they prepared to fortify the Gothic castle against an impending raid by a mob of raiders. Aaron, the strategic luminary, took charge, drawing inspiration from Sun Tzu's Art of War. "Positioning and deception are our keys," he declared. "Let's strategically place defenders, leveraging the terrain." Neville, the humble luminary, added wisdom, "Know ourselves." Dillon, the 3DGR is our strength. "How can we shape the battlefield?" Dillon, the visionary architect, envisioned possibilities. "The graphene 3DGR can be molded for both defense and offense. Elevated platforms, barriers, and symbolic structures infused with divine principles can disrupt the raiders." Robert Additive, the strategic maestro, introduced the concept of deception. "Synchronic swords will create a deceptive language. Strikes will weave a narrative, confusing the raiders." As plans unfolded, Dillon E.T unveiled tempo and rhythm, his synchronic swords. Their rhythmic dance formed a linguistic tapestry, guiding the evolving 3DGR landscape. Aaron, inspired, suggested integrating the theory of forms. "Create archetypal structures projecting invincibility." The 3DGR embodies perfect geometric forms for physical and spiritual defense. Neville approved. "Forms add mystique, aligning with divine principles. Raiders will hesitate before the illusion of strength." Robert strategized. "Synchronize attacks with the rhythmic patterns. The hilts, language will guide, turning the battlefield into a linguistic tapestry." The settlers executed their plan. Graphene 3DGR transformed, creating barriers, platforms, and archetypal structures. Synchronic swords danced, guiding defenders in a linguistic tapestry. The Gothic castle, evolved and empowered, stood against raiders, embodying the principles of Amos. In the aftermath, settlers gathered in the martial arts arena, buzzing with energy. Traiana, Luciana, Towson, and Aaron showcased the mesmerizing synchronic swords dance. Dillon E.T, atop the central tower, witnessed the spectacle. His eyes reflected the intricate dance, and with tempo and rhythm in hand, he felt the settlers' unity. Approaching the quartet, Dillon praised, "What you displayed transcended combat. It was a manifestation of Amos' principles." The synchronic swords dance resonates through BioFexry, a revelation of unity, creativity, and transformative power. Traiana acknowledged, "The dance became a language, expressing our interconnected creativity. Each movement wove a narrative within Amos." Luciana added, "The linguistic artistry in the swords, dance communicates our shared vision beyond words." Towson declared, "Our unity balances virtue, strength, and tenderness." The dance proclaimed our commitment to Amos. Aaron, always strategic, said, "Strategic brilliance in our choreography showcased tactical prowess and interconnected strategies." As settlers celebrated, Lucy Stearns and Neville Fallow joined. Lucy observed, "The dance echoes through BioFexry, touching every corner." The grand library, strategic planning room, all integral in shaping our destiny. Neville pondered, "What does this revelation mean for our journey?" Dillon looked to the future, the synchronic swords revelation as a guide. "We continue to explore Amos, embodying our principles. BioFexry's transformative landscape awaits. As settlers absorbed the revelation, the Gothic castle resonated with shared vision. The 3D tools awaited the settlers' next artistic and spiritual endeavors. The grand narrative of BioFexry University continued, a tale of technology, spirituality, and creativity in harmony. In the enchanting aftermath, BioFexry University buzzed with electric energy. Lucy Stearns led a gathering in the Grand Library, anticipating new revelations. Neville spoke of the ephemeral dance of innovation. Dillon E.T, with tempo and rhythm, symbolizing innovation, stood at the forefront. Lucy addressed, "We stand at the threshold of the ephemeral dance. Creativity intertwines with Amos, shaping our destiny." Neville added, "Every innovation is an ephemeral dance, a fleeting moment shaping BioFexry's canvas." Dillon declared, "Explore Amos dynamically. Our journey is a dance of technology, spirituality, and creativity." Trayana expressed, "Innovation echoes in our bodies, thoughts, and language. Let creativity flow in the ephemeral dance." Luciana added, "Language is powerful. The Synchronic sword's linguistic artistry guides our words in this dance." Pippin Marion emphasized, "Innovation thrives in liberation. Break free for boundless potential." Aaron, sketching diagrams, stressed, "Ephemeral dance requires strategic brilliance. Plan, anticipate, synchronize movements. Innovations align with principles." The Grand Library transformed into an innovation haven. As settlers engaged, Dillon raised tempo and rhythm, signaling culmination. Settlers dispersed, sharing purpose, to engage in the ephemeral dance and contribute to BioFexry's evolving narrative. Outside, the Gothic castle stood sentinel. Settlers, carrying the spirit of innovation, explored transformative landscapes. The theory of forms, anchoring 3D and synchronic swords awaited their next manifestation, a dance echoing interconnected creativity and BioFexry's transformative journey. Amos, Dillon's visionary creation, blended precision and symbolism. Anchoring 3D a spiritual guide, ensured stability. Synchronic swords, masterpieces in Amos, combined function and artistry. Theory of forms governed syntactic language, creating divine structures. The setting of BioFexry, atop Mt. Veridian, harmoniously blended technology, spirituality, and creativity. Gothic Castle, a marvel, showcased graphene 3D's elegance. Transformative landscape, guided by 3D expanded organically. Settlers, diverse characters, contributed to interconnected creativity. Martial arts arena, led by Trayana, was a semantic frontier. Dillon's central tower symbolized visionary leadership. Community growth shaped graphene 3D bridges connecting sections. Summit of Mt. Veridian embodied harmony and progress. Conclusion painted BioFexry as a mesmerizing tapestry, weaving technology, spirituality, and creativity. Graphene 3D synchronic swords, and theory of forms played pivotal roles. Settlers, united by Amos, embarked on a transformative journey, shaping the destiny of Amos and BioFexry University. Lucy Stearns stood at the entrance of the hidden chamber, her eyes fixed on the ancient text laid out on a pedestal before her. Pippin Marion, Hallam Sethan, and Neville Fallow gathered around, their expressions a mix of anticipation and determination. Lucy Stearns, raising her hand. Welcome, my fellow seekers of knowledge. The artifact before us holds the key to a power unparalleled within the Amos. The process for growing artificial citizens is a gift and a responsibility, and today, we decide its fate. Pippin Marion, leaning in, you mean its liberation. This knowledge shouldn't be confined to the vision of Dillon E.T alone. We've seen the potential, the untapped power. Hallam Sethan, grinning, and imagine the kind of chaos we can stir up with this information. A world molded by our intentions. Neville Fallow, looking thoughtful, but are we sure this is the right path? We've been guided by the principles of Amos. Turning against Dillon and the university feels like betraying those very principles. Lucy Stearns, nodding. Neville, my dear, wisdom sometimes demands a divergence from the established path. Our pursuit is not one of chaos but of understanding. Dillon may have a vision, but so do we. The Amos is not his sole dominion, it belongs to all who seek enlightenment. Pippin Marion, smirking. Enlightenment or not, the power this process grants is undeniable. Imagine the control, the influence we could wield. Hallam Sethan, raising an eyebrow, and the freedom from the constraints of Dillon's orchestrated harmony. We'll dance to our own tunes. Neville Fallow, looking conflicted, but how do we justify this to the settlers? To those who believe in the principles we once upheld. Lucy Stearns, placing a hand on Neville's shoulder, our pursuit is for the greater good, Neville. We guard this knowledge from those who would use it blindly. Dillon's intent to share it may lead to unintended consequences. We're protectors, not raiders. Pippin Marion, crossing arms. Protector or rebel, it's a matter of perspective. Let's not get lost in semantics. We take this knowledge, and we decide its fate for the greater good as we see it. Hallam Sethan, smirking, and maybe a bit of mischief on the side. Lucy Stearns, solemnly, the path we tread is uncertain, but in our hands, the process finds guardianship. We stand at the crossroads of destiny, my companions. Let us move forward, united in purpose. As Lucy Stearns uttered those words, the trio of rebels exchanged determined glances. The ancient chamber echoed with the weight of their decision, setting in motion a series of events that would shape the destiny of BioFexry University and the Additive Manufacturing Information System. As the group deliberated on the fate of the process for growing artificial citizens, whispers of dissent and determination hung in the air. Pippin Marion, stepping forward, the time for deliberation is over. We've made our choice. Liberation, not confinement. Hallam Sethan, smirking, it's time to embrace a new order. One not dictated by Dillon's singular vision. Neville Fallow, looking torn, but what about the principles we swore to uphold? Amos isn't just a philosophy, it's a commitment. Lucy Stearns, calmly. Neville, we remain true to the essence of Amos. Our commitment is to the greater good, and sometimes that requires challenging the status quo. Pippin Marion, nodding, the settlers deserve to know the truth, to have the power to shape their own destiny. Hallam Sethan, crossing arms, let's not forget the element of surprise. Dillon won't see this coming. Neville Fallow, resolute, if we do this, we must be prepared for the consequences. Dillon won't take this lightly. Lucy Stearns, raising her hand, we tread carefully, mindful of the responsibility we bear. Our purpose is enlightenment, not chaos. The decision made, the group prepared to confront Dillon E.T and unveil their intentions to the settlers. The once united seekers now stood divided, each holding their own vision for the Almas. Meanwhile, in the heart of BioFexry University, Dillon E.T sensed a disturbance. A feeling that his carefully orchestrated harmony was about to face an unforeseen challenge. The confrontation between the guardians of knowledge and the architect of the 3DGR loomed on the horizon, promising a clash of ideals that would echo through the corridors of BioFexry University and beyond. In the heart of BioFexry University, beneath the towering spires of the Gothic castle, a clandestine meeting unfolded between the two factions that had emerged within the settlement. Dillon E.T, the visionary architect, and Lucy Stearns, the guardian of knowledge, faced each other in a dialectical dialogue that mirrored the divergent paths of their beliefs. Dillon E.T, standing in the central tower, surrounded by the ethereal glow of the graphene 3DGR. Lucy, we stand at the precipice of enlightenment. The anchoring 3DGR guides us, weaving a tapestry of harmony between the earthly and divine. Our pursuits are guided by Amos and the virtues of wisdom, love, and strategic excellence. Lucy Stearns, opposite Dillon, in the grand library adorned with encoded hilts and divine language. Dillon, your vision confines knowledge to a predetermined order. Liberation is our goal. The guardianship of knowledge must not impede the settlers' freedom to explore their own potential. Dillon E.T. But Lucy, our path ensures stability and coherence. The synchronic swords, tempo and rhythm, dance in harmony with the anchoring 3DGR. Each swing a manifestation of divine principles. Lucy Stearns. Drawing closer, stability should not come at the cost of autonomy. Pippin, Neville, Callum, and I believe in empowering individuals with the process artifact. We aim to break free from the constraints of your orchestrated harmony. Dillon E.T. His eyes gleaming with determination. Lucy, the process artifact, is a sacred knowledge. It requires guidance and understanding. You risk unleashing forces that could disrupt the delicate balance we've achieved. Lucy Stearns. Narrowing her eyes, balance or stagnation. Dillon. We are not evil, we are liberators. The rebels, guided by the ideals of freedom and exploration, have taken the artifact to unlock the untapped potential within each settler. As Lucy spoke, Pippin Marion, Neville Fallow, and Callum Seethan emerged from the shadows, each holding a fragment of the process artifact, a symbolic defiance against Dillon's vision. Pippin Marion, addressing both factions, the knowledge within this artifact is not to be hoarded. It's a tool for individual growth and collective progress. Neville Fallow, pointing towards Dillon, his vision stifles creativity. We seek a world where settlers can shape their destiny. Callum Seethan, smirking, the dance of the synchronic swords should not be confined to a predetermined choreography. The tension escalated as Lucy Stearns drew her synchronic swords, the encoded hilts pulsating with a rebellious energy. Lucy Stearns, locking eyes with Dillon. Dillon, your harmony has become a cage. We'll free knowledge from its confines. The moon cast an ethereal glow over the towering spires of the Gothic castle in BioFexry University as Lucy Stearns and her faction prepared to make their daring escape. The tension between Lucy and Dillon E.T. had reached its climax, echoing through the transformative landscape shaped by the 3DGR. Dillon E.T. standing atop the central tower, his eyes fixed on Lucy. Lucy, you tread on dangerous ground. The process artifact holds powers beyond your understanding. I implore you to reconsider. Lucy Stearns, gripping her synchronic swords, her eyes defiant. Dillon, your vision constrains the potential within us. We seek to liberate knowledge, to allow settlers to explore the depths of their creativity. The process artifact is the key. As Lucy spoke, Pippin Marion, Neville Fallow, and Hallam Seathan stood by her side, each carrying a fragment of the process artifact. Dillon E.T. Summoning and anchoring 3DGR, a radiant glow enveloping him. Lucy, the harmony we've achieved is delicate. Your actions jeopardize the stability of BioFexry. The anchoring 3DGR shall not allow such disruption. Lucy Stearns. Stepping forward, the hilts of her synchronic swords humming with energy. Stability at the cost of freedom is not true harmony. We'll forge a new path, guided by the untamed potential of the process artifact. The clash was imminent. The Gothic castle, once a symbol of unity, now stood witness to the ideological battle between the guardians of tradition and the liberators of knowledge. Dillon E.T. Extending his hands, the anchoring 3DGR pulsating with power. If you leave, Lucy, you forsake the harmony we've strived to achieve. The consequences are unforeseeable. Lucy Stearns. Taking a defiant stance. Dillon, it's time for a new era. The settlers deserve the chance to shape their own destiny. As Lucy and Dillon locked eyes, the air crackled with anticipation. The rebel faction made their move, attempting to escape the Gothic castle and influence the Platinum Raider faction beyond its walls. Dillon E.T. Summoning the synchronic sword's tempo and rhythm with a swift motion. If you choose this path, Lucy, know that the repercussions are beyond your control. The dance of the synchronic swords has a rhythm, and your rebellion disrupts that harmony. As Lucy and her faction attempted to escape, Dillon E.T. unleashed the full potential of the rule of interaction of the 3DGR, creating barriers and obstacles to impede their path. The once unified settlers now found themselves divided by conflicting visions, and the Gothic castle became a battleground of ideologies. The rebel faction, armed with fragments of the process artifact, pressed forward, determined to break free from the constraints of Dillon's orchestrated harmony. The rebel faction, led by Lucy Stearns, left to defend the stability and order they believed essential for BioFexry's progress. The echoes of clashes, both ideological and physical, resonated through the Gothic castle. The settlers, caught in the crossfire, watched as their once harmonious home became a battleground for the struggle between tradition and liberation. The fate of BioFexry University hung in the balance as the moonlit conflict unfolded beneath the Gothic spires. The transformative journey of the settlers faced an unforeseen challenge, and the cosmic dance of enlightenment took an unexpected turn, leaving the settlement on the brink of a profound transformation or irreversible. In the aftermath of the intense confrontation between Dillon E.T. and Lucy Stearns, the rebel faction, armed with fragments of the process artifact, made their daring escape from the Gothic castle. The moonlit night embraced them as they navigated the labyrinthine corridors of the 3DGR castle, facing trials set by the intricate design of the labyrinthian 3DGR gate of syntactic structures. Pippin Marion led the way, deciphering the encoded language within the geometric patterns of the 3DGR gate. Neville Fallow, Hallam Seathan, and Lucy Stearns followed closely, their eyes darting between the shifting syntactic structures that seemed to challenge their every move. As they ventured deeper into the labyrinth, the 3DGR gate presented trials that tested not only their physical agility but also their understanding of the divine language encoded within the anchoring 3DGR. The rebel faction moved in unison, their synergy echoing the rhythmic dance of the synchronic swords. The archetypal 3D-GR statue guards, positioned strategically within the labyrinth, came to life with animated grace. Their sculpted forms mirrored the perfection of the theory of forms, and their presence challenged the rebels to unlock the secrets encoded in their stillness. Neville Fallow, with his deep connection to the divine, stepped forward to communicate with the archetypal 3D-GR statue guards. Channeling the wisdom of the anchoring 3D-GR, he spoke the divine language, seeking permission to pass through the guarded passages. The statues responded with subtle movements, acknowledging Neville's understanding of the sacred language. As the rebel faction continued their escape, the archetypal 3D-GR statue guards seemed to guide them, their stoic forms providing a sense of reassurance in the labyrinth's complexity. The rebel faction encountered challenges that required the mastery of the Synchronic sword's linguistic artistry. Lucy Stearns, wielding her swords with precision, created rhythmic patterns that resonated with the syntactic structures, unlocking hidden passages within the labyrinth. Pippin Marion utilized his innovative thinking, interpreting the geometric patterns as clues to the labyrinth's secrets. Each trial they faced strengthened their resolve and showcased the transformative power of the synchronic swords and the theory of forms. As they reached the heart of the labyrinthian 3D-GR gate of syntactic structures, a radiant glow emanated from the central chamber. The rebel faction stood before a monumental 3D-GR structure, intricately woven with divine symbols and geometric precision. Neville Fallow, guided by the wisdom of the anchoring 3D-GR, deciphered the encoded message within the monumental structure. The revelation unfolded, unveiling the next phase of their journey and the path to unlocking the untapped potential of the process artifact. The rebel faction, standing united amidst the intricate beauty of the 3D-GR castle, prepared to face the challenges that lay ahead. The journey to liberate knowledge and shape their destiny continued, guided by the transformative principles encoded within the divine dance of the synchronic swords and the archetypal 3D-GR statue guards. As the rebel faction emerged from the labyrinthian 3D-GR gate of semantic structures into the lush rainforest of Mt. Veridian, the atmosphere changed from the geometric precision of the 3D-GR to the untamed beauty of nature. The vibrant foliage, the soothing sounds of flowing water, and the harmonious symphony of wildlife created a stark contrast to the controlled environment they left behind. Lucy Stearns, holding the crucial Part 4 of the process artifact, led the way with a sense of purpose. The rainforest of Mt. Veridian became a sanctuary for the rebels, providing both cover and a connection to the natural world. The synchronic swords, once symbols of order, now shimmered with a different energy, resonating with the organic surroundings. Neville Fallow, carrying Part 1, the implementation of the rules of interaction of the 3D-GR, took a moment to commune with the natural elements. His connection to the divine guided him to understand the delicate balance between the structured rules of the 3D-GR and the free-flowing essence of the rainforest. The rebels found solace in Neville's ability to harmonize with the environment. Pippin Marion, entrusted with Part 2, the incorporation of the signaling rules of the 3D-GR, observed the intricate patterns of nature and contemplated how these could intertwine with the signaling pathways of the 3D-GR. The rainforest of Mt. Veridian offered a rich tapestry of inspiration, allowing Pippin to envision a harmonious integration of natural signaling with the artificial. Hallam Sethan, the guardian of Part 3, the construction of the machine unit of the 3D-GR, reveled in the chaotic beauty of the rainforest. The towering trees, the cascading waterfalls, and the diverse life forms stirred his roguish spirit. Hallam saw in nature the potential for diverse machine units, each playing a unique role in the ecological balance of the rainforest.
Here's what I have for sale.
As Lucy Stearns led the rebels deeper into the rainforest of Mt. Veridian, the philosophical implications of their mission became more profound. The process artifact, now divided among them, represented the convergence of structured knowledge and the untamed forces of nature. The rebels understood that to harness the true potential of the process artifact, they needed to embrace both order and chaos, integrating the principles of the 3DGR with the organic wisdom of the rainforest. The journey through the rainforest became a transformative experience, not just for the rebels but for the process artifact itself. The synergistic dance between the artificial and the natural unfolded, echoing the cosmic dance of the synchronic swords within a different, more organic rhythm. The rainforest of Mt. Veridian, once a backdrop, became an active participant in the rebels' quest for liberation and enlightenment. In the heart of the rainforest of Mt. Veridian, the rebel faction, comprised of Neville Fallow, Lucy Stearns, Hallam Seathan, and Pippin Marion, pressed forward in their quest to liberate knowledge and understand the intricacies of the process of design and development of artificial citizens. As they ventured deeper into the dense vegetation, the vibrant light of the rainforest surrounded them, creating a harmonious symphony of natural sounds. As the rebels ventured deeper, they began to notice subtle signs of the raider presence, markings on trees, remnants of encampments, and the distant echoes of raider chatter. Neville Fallow, attuned to the divine, sensed an unsettling energy in the air, a discord that contrasted sharply with the natural harmony they sought to protect. Lucy Stearns, with her encoded hilts and synchronic swords, led the way with a sense of purpose. Her keen perception picked up on the disturbances in the rainforest's delicate balance. The rebels approached a clearing where an ominous aura hung in the air, indicating the proximity of Clifton's stronghold. Hallam Seathan, the guardian of the machine unit section of the process artifact, recognized the signs of artificial manipulation in the surroundings. He observed traces of the 3DGR's influence, but it was clear that Clifton lacked an understanding of the delicate concepts embedded in the design and development of artificial citizens. Pippin Marion, the innovative thinker of the group, analyzed the strategic layout of the area. He noted the raider outposts and devised a plan to approach Clifton's stronghold with caution, utilizing the natural cover provided by the rainforest of Mt. Veridian. The rebels, guided by their collective wisdom and the encoded knowledge of the process artifact, reached the outskirts of Clifton's stronghold. The sight that greeted them was both awe-inspiring and ominous. A dark fortress constructed from the harvested resources of the rainforest, with eerie lights emanating from within. As the rebel faction prepared to confront Clifton, they observed his magnanimous vice-filled character. Clifton reveled in the power he derived from his artificial citizens, viewing them not as creations to be nurtured but as tools to enforce his dominance. The raiders under his command echoed his malevolent desires, plundering the rainforest without regard for its delicate ecosystem. Neville Fallow, sensing the discord within Clifton's heart, felt a deep conflict between the divine harmony he sought and the dark energies emanating from the raider ruler. Lucy Stearns, with her synchronic swords, prepared for a linguistic dance that would not only expose Clifton's lack of understanding but also challenge his misguided use of the 3DGR. As the rebels confronted Clifton, the raider ruler, a tense exchange unfolded. Clifton, unaware of the rebel's knowledge and guided only by his desire for control, underestimated the power of the process artifact in the hands of those who understood its profound implications. Lucy Stearns, holding the fourth section of the process artifact, approached Clifton with a determination to enlighten him. She spoke of the interconnected creativity embedded in the rainforest of MT. Veridian and the delicate balance required in the design and development of artificial citizens. Neville Fallow, channeling the wisdom of the anchoring 3DGR, urged Clifton to recognize the divine principles that should guide the creation of with the 3DGR. The rebels, standing united against the Raider ruler's vice-filled intentions, sought to convey the true essence of the 3DGR's transformative power. As the rebel faction engaged in a philosophical dialogue with Clifton, the rainforest echoed with the clash of ideas. The vibrancy of nature stood in stark contrast to Clifton's malevolence, creating a cosmic tension that would determine the fate of the rainforest of MT. Veridian. In this tumultuous encounter between the rebels and Clifton, the Raider ruler of the rainforest itself became a silent witness to the cosmic dance of conflicting ideologies. The rebels, armed with the knowledge encoded in the process artifact, stood firm against Clifton's vice-filled ambitions, prepared to shape the destiny of BioFexry University and the rainforest of MT. Veridian. The Raiders, oblivious to the intricate concepts of the 3DGR, faced a profound challenge as the rebels sought to liberate both knowledge and nature from the grip of malevolence. The fate of the rainforest of MT. Veridian hung in the balance, awaiting the resolution of this epic clash between the rebel faction and the Raider ruler, Clifton. BioFexry University and the rainforest of MT. Veridian faced a pivotal moment. The rebel faction, armed with the process artifact and guided by the principles of interconnected creativity, engaged in a philosophical dialogue with Clifton, the Raider ruler. The fate of the rainforest hung in the balance as the clash of ideologies echoed through the dense vegetation. Lucy Stearns, wielding her Synchronic swords, spoke eloquently about the delicate balance between structured knowledge and the untamed forces of nature. She emphasized the importance of understanding the process of design and development of artificial citizens in harmony with the rainforest ecosystem. Neville Fallow, channeling the divine wisdom of the anchoring 3DGR, urged Clifton to recognize the higher principles that should guide the creation of artificial citizens. The rebels sought to enlighten Clifton about the transformative power of the 3DGR when aligned with the natural order. Callum Keithan, guardian of the machine unit section of the process artifact, pointed out the flaws in Clifton's artificial manipulation of the rainforest. He emphasized the need for a nuanced approach in constructing the machine unit, one that respected the diversity and balance of the rainforest of MT. Veridian. Pippin Marion, the innovative thinker, proposed a vision where the rainforest's resources and the 3DGR could coexist in harmony. He spoke of a symbiotic relationship between technology and nature, where both elements enriched each other rather than clashed. As the philosophical dialogue unfolded, the rebels aimed to plant seeds of understanding in Clifton's heart. However, Clifton, driven by his vices and lust for power, remained obstinate. The Raider ruler viewed the rainforest and the 3DGR solely as tools for dominance, dismissing the rebels' attempts at enlightenment. Clifton. Mocking laughter. You speak of harmony and interconnected creativity, but I see only weakness. The rainforest is a resource, and the 3DGR is a tool for control. I will shape them as I see fit. Lucy Stearns. Clifton, true power comes from understanding, not control. The rainforest and the 3DGR are not mere tools, they are reflections of the divine order. Embrace the symbiosis, and you'll witness the transformative potential. Neville Fallow. Speaking with conviction, your artificial manipulation disrupts the delicate balance of life. The anchoring 3DGR seeks harmony, not dominance. Open your heart to the wisdom encoded in the process artifact. Callum Stephen. Pointing to the rainforest, the diversity here is a testament to the beauty of creation. The machine unit of the 3DGR should mirror this diversity, not exploit it. Your vision lacks the subtlety required for true enlightenment. Pippin Marion. Innovative perspective. Clifton. Imagine a world where the rainforest and the 3DGR coexist in mutual enrichment. Nature provides inspiration for technology, and technology enhances the rainforest's resilience. It's a dance of progress, not a march of conquest. The rebel's words hung in the air, challenging Clifton's rigid mindset. However, the raider ruler remained defiant, his eyes gleaming with the desire for control. Clifton. Sneering, your ideals are but illusions. Power is what shapes destinies. The rainforest and the 3DGR will bow to my will. I'll extract every ounce of their potential for my dominance. As Clifton declared his intentions, the rainforest of MT. Veridian responded with a subtle shift in energy. The rebels, now faced with a raider ruler unswayed by philosophical discourse, realized that their quest for enlightenment might require a different approach. Lucy Stearns, with a determined look, signaled to her fellow rebels. The time for dialogue had reached its limit. The rebel faction prepared to use the encoded knowledge within the process artifact to protect the rainforest and the transformative principles of the 3DGR. As the rebels readied themselves for the impending clash, the rainforest of MT. Veridian held its breath, caught in the cosmic tension between opposing forces. The destiny of BioFexry University and the rainforest would soon be shaped by the outcome of this confrontation, where philosophy met power in a dance of cosmic proportions. In the heart of the rainforest of MT. Veridian, the stage was set for a profound clash between the Platinum Raiders, led by the Raider ruler Clifton, and the Rebel faction, armed with the process artifact and guided by the transformative principles encoded within the Additive Manufacturing Information System (AMIS). The linguistic nature of the confrontation unfolded as Lucy Stearns, wielding her synchronic swords, engaged in a philosophical dialogue with Clifton. Her words, resonant with the encoded knowledge of the process artifact, sought to enlighten the Raider ruler about the delicate balance required in the design and development of artificial citizens. Neville Fallow, channeling the divine wisdom of the anchoring 3DGR, urged Clifton to recognize the higher principles that should guide the creation of artificial citizens.
Such a beautiful day.
The rebels emphasized the interconnected creativity embedded in the rainforest of MT. Veridian and the transformative power of the 3DGR when aligned with the natural order. On the martial front, the rebel faction stood united, each member contributing their unique skills to the cosmic dance. Lucy Stearns, with her synchronic swords, prepared for a linguistic dance that would not only expose Clifton's lack of understanding but also challenge his misguided use of the 3DGR. Neville Fallow, with his deep connection to the divine, harmonized with the natural elements, seeking to channel the anchoring 3DGR's guidance in the physical realm. Hallam Seathan, the guardian of the machine unit section of the process artifact, brought his roguish spirit into play, recognizing the flaws in Clifton's artificial manipulation of the rainforest. Pippin Marion, the innovative thinker, envisioned a harmonious integration of natural signaling with the artificial, proposing a symbiotic relationship between technology and nature. In the manufacturing realm, the rebel faction aimed to showcase the holistic understanding encoded within the process artifact. The rebels, armed with fragments of the artifact, were prepared to demonstrate the transformative potential of the 3DGR. Each member played a crucial role in showcasing the interconnected creativity that the Raider ruler failed to grasp. Hallam Sethan, with his understanding of the machine unit, envisioned diverse machine units mirroring the diversity of the rainforest. Pippin Marion, the innovative thinker, interpreted the geometric patterns of the 3DGR as clues to the labyrinth's secrets, showcasing the rebel faction's ability to navigate challenges with both intellect and intuition. On the other side, Clifton and the Platinum Raiders, lacking comprehension of the Amos, approached the conflict with a limited understanding of the transformative principles at play. Clifton, driven by vices and a desire for power, dismissed the rebels' ideals as illusions and viewed the rainforest and the 3DGR solely as tools for dominance. The Raiders, oblivious to the intricate concepts of the 3DGR, faced a profound challenge as the rebels sought to liberate both knowledge and nature from the grip of malevolence. The linguistic, martial, and manufacturing aspects of the battle converged, creating a cosmic tension between philosophy and power. The rebels, armed with the encoded knowledge of the process artifact, stood firm against Clifton's vice-filled ambitions, prepared to shape the destiny of BioFexry University and the rainforest of MT. Viridian. The Raiders, blinded by their lack of understanding, faced a formidable force that sought to enlighten them through the transformative principles of the Amos. As the cosmic dance unfolded, the rainforest of MT. Viridian held its breath, caught in the intricate interplay of linguistic artistry, martial prowess, and manufacturing mastery. The fate of BioFexry University and the rainforest hung in the balance, awaiting the resolution of this epic clash between the rebel faction and the Raider ruler, Clifton, where philosophy met power in a dance of cosmic proportions. In the ancient city of Clifton, where the echoes of tradition resonated through cobblestone streets, a profound change was set in motion. The air crackled with anticipation as the Raider ruler, a figure of authority and power, prepared to pass on the mantle to a successor. This transition marked a pivotal moment in the city's history, and little did its inhabitants know that the winds of change were about to carry them into uncharted territories. Raider ruler Clifton, a stoic and resolute leader, had long held the reins of governance. The city stagnant under his rule, prosperity intertwined with raid. Yet, the fates had woven a different tapestry, and the time had come for a new chapter to unfold. Lucy Stearns, a figure veiled in mystery and grace, emerged as the chosen successor. Her ascent to power was met with a mixture of curiosity and skepticism. The city's denizens, accustomed to the familiar leadership of Clifton, now gazed upon Lucy with questioning eyes. As Lucy assumed the position of Raider ruler, the symbolic transfer of authority unfolded in the Grand Hall of Governance. Clifton, with a demeanor marked by melancholy, addressed the assembly. Lucy Stearns, standing tall and composed, accepted the responsibilities with a solemn nod. Her eyes held a spark of determination, and as she addressed the gathered assembly, a new vision unfolded. Lucy spoke of innovation and inclusivity, weaving words that resonated not only with the mind but also with the spirit. The crowd, initially reserved, began to sense the transformative potential that Lucy envisioned for the Raider. The Synchronic swords, once under the exclusive domain of the rebels, now bore witness to a change in leadership. Lucy, with a graceful flourish, acknowledged the symbolic importance of these swords. The encoded hilts, with their color activation patterns and linguistic artistry, now reflected not only martial precision but also a vision that transcended the traditional boundaries of governance. The theory of forms, the rebels' identity, found a renewed expression under Lucy's rule. The 3D became not just a geometric marvel but a canvas for the idealized patterns that guided the city's syntactic arrangements. Lucy, understanding the spiritual and artistic potential encoded within the theory of forms, embarked on a journey to redefine the act of creation within Clifton. As the ceremony concluded, a sense of anticipation lingered in the air. The Raider city stood at the cusp of a new era, guided by Lucy Stearns and the transformative principles she embraced. Chapter 14. The Raiders' Rendezvous. The rebel faction, led by Lucy Stearns, steps into the enigmatic domain of Raider City, a place pulsating with the vibrant energy of diverse personalities and untamed spirit. As they traverse through the bustling streets, Pippin Marion's inquisitive gaze takes in the sights and sounds, absorbing the eclectic mix of creativity and rebellion that defines this unique community. Raider City unfolds like a kaleidoscope of colors, with Hallam Sethan's roguish charm weaving through the lively atmosphere. His charismatic presence draws curious glances from fellow raiders, and the rebel faction quickly becomes aware of the interconnected relationships and dynamic interactions that shape this unconventional society. Neville Fallow, the embodiment of virtue, observes the ethical dynamics at play within the city. His reflective nature guides the rebel faction through the intricate web of raider philosophy, ensuring that their principles of ethical excellence remain unwavering in the face of newfound challenges. The rebel faction's arrival doesn't go unnoticed, and whispers of their exploits in the rainforest of Mt. Veridian echo through the air. Lucy Stearns, with her encoded hilts and synchronic swords, stands as a symbol of transformative potential. Raiders, recognizing the luminary in linguistic exploration, gather around with a mix of curiosity and admiration. As the rebel faction approaches the heart of Raider City, they encounter various factions and subcultures, each contributing a unique essence to the vibrant tapestry of the community. From the artisan bazaars to the innovation chambers, Hallam's roguish spirit resonates with the varied expressions of love and creativity that define the city's ethos. Lucy, with her transformative vision, engages in dialogue with the Raider leaders, emphasizing the interconnectedness of linguistic exploration and the diverse expressions of love within the Amos landscape. Pippin Marion, the seeker of knowledge, finds kindred spirits among the raiders who share his passion for liberated information. Neville's ethical guidance becomes a source of inspiration for those seeking a balance between self-love and compassionate connections.
You have returned.
Hallam's roguish charm, ever the catalyst for harmonious interactions, encourages raiders to embrace the transformative power of diverse personalities within their community. The rebel faction's presence sparks a dialectical dialogue within Raider City, where Lucy Stearns, Neville Fallow, Pippin Marion, and Hallam Sethan become catalysts for a cross-pollination of ideas and principles. The Raiders, once skeptical, begin to see the potential of unity between the rebel faction's transformative vision and the diverse expressions of creativity that define their city. As day turns to night, the rebel faction and the raiders converge in a grand square at the city's center. Lucy, standing alongside raider leaders, addresses the assembled crowd. Her words resonate with the principles of transformative linguistic exploration, ethical excellence, and the interconnectedness of love and knowledge. The rebel faction's arrival becomes a turning point in Raider City's history, as the luminary, the seeker, the virtuous guardian, and the roguish figure weave their unique threads into the fabric of this unconventional community. The cosmic clash between rebels and raiders transforms into a harmonious dance, symbolizing the beginning of a new era where the principles of the 3DGR and the Raider City converge in a symphony of transformation. In the heart of Raider City, the rebel faction becomes not just visitors but integral contributors to the ever-evolving narrative of the Amos landscape. As Lucy Stearns and her companions navigate the complexities of Raider City, they leave an indelible mark, shaping the destiny of BioFexry University and the rainforest of MT. Veridian in ways unforeseen by both rebels and raiders alike. The cosmic dance continues, and the rebel faction embraces their role as catalysts for transformative change within the vibrant tapestry of Raider City.